Hello, we are watching the news broadcast daily, and following are today's headlines.
General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng attends Farmers Association Congress. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng meets Japanese Minister of Economy, Trade and Industry. Ethnic people benefit from Japan-funded rice cultivation project.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng has urged the political system and the whole of society to build a stronger peasantry. He was speaking at the Congress of the Vietnam Farmers Association, which commenced in Hanoi on July 1st.
The party chief said vocational training, job generation, income increase, and sustainable poverty reduction should be the association's priorities. He asked the association to bring into full play its central role in farmers' movements, as well as the campaign of building new-style rural areas. The association needs to pay attention to building villages and farming families of culture while raising their voice against negative deeds such as violence against women and children, he said. The party leader described the building of a strong workers' farmers intellectuals alliance under the party's leadership as a special and important task in the cause of strengthening the national great unity bloc. President of the association, Nguyễn Quốc Cường, pointed to difficulties and challenges facing the country's agricultural and rural areas. He commended the association's branches to continue revamping its mobilization methods. Nearly 1,200 outstanding farmers, representing over 10 million members of the association, attended the event, which will run through July 3rd.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng received Japanese Minister of Economy, Trade and Industry, Motegi Toshimitsu, in Hanoi on July 1st. He told his guest Vietnam wishes to promote ties with Japan in politics, economics, science, technology, education and labor.
Prime Minister Dũng said the two sides should increase two-way trade, create favorable conditions for Japanese investors in Vietnam as well as Vietnamese nurses to work in Japan. He proposed that Japan further increase official development assistance for Vietnam's projects in transport infrastructure, energy, healthcare, education and training. The Japanese minister said at his working sessions with relevant Vietnamese ministries and branches, the two sides discussed cooperation in 15 sectors, especially in the supporting industry, energy, healthcare, training and the environment. He said Japan will continue to work closely with Vietnam in the implementation of the Vietnam-Japan Economic Partnership Agreement and the joint initiative on improving the investment environment.
Leaders of Ho Chi Minh City and Johannesburg, City of South Africa, have agreed to further enhance the friendship and cooperation between twin localities.
Deputy Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Đua has met with Johannesburg City Manager Trevor Fowler as part of his visit to South Africa from June 28th to 30th. Trevor Fowler described the visit as a manifestation of the friendship between the two cities as well as the two countries' people. They informed each other on each city's development situation. They noted with pleasure the achievements the twin cities have recorded over the past time. The Ho Chi Minh City officials were introduced to Johannesburg's development strategy and experience in activity management, especially in public transport. They visited several facilities in charge of managing and operating trains and buses in South Africa's largest city, which also ranks second in size in Africa.
Vietnam's exports of aquatic products are forecast to hit $6.5 billion this year, about $300 million more than last year's figure.
In June alone, the country raked in $578 million, bringing total export value for the first half of this year to roughly $2.88 billion, a year-on-year rise of 0.9%. The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers said its forecast is based on a rise in demands in foreign markets and recovery of domestic raw material supply since mid-May. The U.S. remains the largest importer of Vietnam's aquatic products. It brought products worth over $470 million in the first 5 months, up 5.5% from the same period last year. Remarkable rises in exports to China and Thailand in the period were recorded, with 40.6% and 22.7% respectively over the same period last year. To realize this year's target of $6.5 billion, enterprises are required to pay more attention to improving their products' quality, ensuring food safety, and seeking new markets.
Thousands of antiquities from an ancient sunken ship have been found in the coastal area of Châu Thuận Biển Hamlet, Binh Châu Commune, Bình Dương District in the central province of Quảng Ngãi. Let's have a look.
The objects were collected from the seabed during an excavation conducted from June the 4th to 23rd. Of the discovered objects, over 4,000 artifacts, including coins and ceramics, were recovered undamaged. The objects are believed to date back to the 13th century. They will be displayed at the Quảng Ngãi Provincial Museum. This is the 6th excavation of Asian shipwrecks conducted in Vietnam's territorial waters. The findings are expected to contribute to the research of Vietnam's ceramics in the 13th century and enrich the country's cultural heritage.
Over the last 2 years, ethnic people in the central mountainous province of Quảng Nam have benefited from the project Improved Rice Cultivation, funded by a Japanese Development and Relief Agency. The project has created an opportunity to employ advanced science and technology in farming practices, raising local farmers' living standards.
Today, local ethnic farmers are being instructed on how to make full use of plant byproducts to produce organic fertilizer or even trap mice. Thanks to this guidance, ethnic people here have adopted a new thinking on the usage of such agricultural biomaterials. In the past, we often discarded rotten fruit. Now, thanks to the instruction, we will produce fertilizer from the fruit, helping reduce cost for my family. The improved rice cultivation model started in 2012 and was funded by Japan's Foundation for International Development Relief. It has increased the use of agricultural byproducts among ethnic people in the province's 4 mountainous districts of Phuoc Son, Nam Giang, Đông Giang, and Tây Giang. For the last winter-spring crop, I spread fertilizer made from woody fruit to rice plants. As a result, my crop was more productive than the one before. I will use it as the fertilizer for the summer-autumn harvest. Discarded agricultural raw materials are also used to produce animal feed, which helps reduce input costs and increase efficiency. So far, 1,000 ethnic households in the districts have benefited from the project. Our objective is to multiply the production model to improve living conditions for farmers, not only in the mountainous area of Quảng Nam province, but throughout the country. Initial results prove the project is on the right path, improving local people's living standards and pulling them out of poverty.
And that is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.